Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hi, hello, welcome. I'm also kind of new, literally second video. I'm not going to do this forever. I did that last time. I was like, it's literally my first video, I'm new here too. Yeah, won't be doing that again. That's the last time. Actually, maybe no, maybe I'll be like, it's my second week, it's my second month, I'm still new. Just making up for the fact that I still have no clue what on earth I'm doing. Anyway, so today, as you've seen by the thumbnail and the title and literally everywhere else that I've posted this, I am making a modern industrial house for the art students, which I made on the video yesterday. If you've seen them, fabulous. This is their home. If not, go check it out because they're very cute little lads. It's situated in UBrite, like the area of UBrite in Britechester. So I kind of wanted to bring the UBrite colours into the build a little bit. Obviously not right here. I'm literally just doing the outside because I want to do like an industrial themed kind of build for this one. We just got the new kit and everything. I ended up not using a lot of that kit. I used like the seats, the table. Did I actually? No, yeah, I lie. It seems like I have actually used quite a lot of it. Anyways, so yeah, I was keeping it quite industrial. It's an artsy kind of building because they're art students, and also it's kind of yeah, kind of got the UBrite colours in a little bit. As you can see here, I kind of go a little bit ham on the windows. I like my big windows. I don't really know why, but it seems to be a thing where if I have any semblance of the build being modern, I go crazy with the windows. I don't think I actually know how many windows a building's meant to have, but quite clearly this isn't it. I'm not sure what kind of architect would build a building in this shape, but we're going for it. It's not a shell challenge, despite how much it looks like one. Oh, this platform was a pain in the arse to do, honestly. Can I say that? Can I say that on YouTube? It was a pain in the arse? Because, honestly, it was. The fact that the platform, when you draw a wall, like there, diagonally, it doesn't actually meet the wall. It has to go hit it at an angle. It bothers me, man. It bothers me. I feel like they need to fix that. I use the same, like, wallpaper and flooring throughout, which I don't usually like to do because I feel like it makes the build, like, I don't know. I feel like it's a bit boring to do that, to be honest. But I would say I don't enjoy doing it, but then I do enjoy doing it because it keeps it cohesive. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, for an industrial build, I thought that it was okay. Oh yeah, you see, I used the little archway that we got in the new kit here. I did use all packs for this one. I did consider just using like the loft kit and what is it called? Discover University, that one. I did consider using just those, but eventually just kind of decided against it because I felt like there was too many other things from different packs that I kind of wanted to put in. Like, I think there was a bit of like eco lifestyle. I also had like a little laundry room planned out, just sort of over there to the side, downstairs. But, yeah, so I would have obviously needed a laundry day for that. It took me a pretty long time to try and decide, like on all the furniture and everything. This part was not so bad. I made like a little hallway. Is it called a hallway? Yeah, like a little entrance. I'm also really bad at curtains, so that was a pain. But yeah, making it look modern, industrial, pretty cute, pretty neat. I did plan the layout of this beforehand, so I decided on the first floor we were going to have like a little pond. We were going to have like a little art studio for them to stay in, which has ended up actually looking pretty neat. It's kind of not for them to stay in, but for them to do their work, and obviously they can't just work. Well, they can work in their house. They can work in the house. I don't know why I'm saying that they can't. But I made kind of like a little separate building in the back, kind of like a shed conversion thing. Old brick shed conversion into a studio. Anyways, you'll see that in a bit. It was quite cute. Obviously, this little hallway that I'm currently working on here, the living room, the dining room. I also kind of want to have like a little outdoor bar, like sitting area, kind of like place for them to chill and have their mates over, and sort of like, I don't know, just sort of like entertaining. Do you know what I mean? A dining room, a kitchen. Oh no, I have a dining room and then I have like a section in the kitchen where they can sort of sit at like a table and dine there too. You'll see when we get there. And then on the second floor, I kind of wanted to give them like an open plan, like bedroom, sitting, office space, and like a little private bathroom, obviously. So the majority of the second floor I kept open plan to begin with, and then like as I was planning it out, I realized that these two students are moving in to live together and they don't know each other. So if you haven't seen the first video, I'll just explain really quickly that these guys they met on like an online LGBTQ site and discovered that they were going to the same university and studying art together. So they basically decided they were going to like move into this little house together, which is what I've built it for. It's built for them. Obviously, I haven't really written much else about like what their storyline is. They come with a little bit of lore, so you know they're art students and they're friends and everything. But yeah, whether they'll like meet in person and just not get on, or whether they'll meet in person and really get on, really get on, if you know what I'm saying. I feel kind of like, okay, so these guys, they're called Nicholas. Nicholas is the blonde one. Callan is the brunette one. Okay, just stick with it here because I'm just going to go on like a little trail off a little bit and talk about it here and just sort of say I feel like Nicholas is quite handsome and Callan's kind of like a bit weird and quirky. I feel like Callan's going to develop feelings for Nicholas. Nicholas is going to be like, yo, dude, like, we're friends, we're living together, what, why are you doing this? And it might get a little bit awkward. I feel like that would be a nice way to start it. See, it's making me want to do a let's play now. But I've already started making my next couple and I'm like, oh my god, they're going to have a baby. I mean, they haven't even started trying yet, but that's like the premise of what I've uploaded them to the gallery and sort of said about them is they're ready to start trying for a baby. They've moved into their new house. Anyways, that's not until next week, so I don't know why I'm talking about that right now. But I'm like, as soon as I make another one, I'm like, oh my god, I want to do a let's play with these Sims. Do excuse me, just having a little drink of water to keep my lips moist. No, don't say that. Don't even start. Yeah, so this little dining room area, I kind of put it sort of between the kitchen and the living room, like where I wanted those to go. And the seats, I actually can't remember if I used the ones from the industrial loft kit or if I used the ones from Discover University. They both look extremely similar. I think these are the ones from the loft kit, but the yellow is the same colour. And I just decided to use the yellow to bring like the UBrite colours through. Again, totally undecided on what the UBrite colours actually are. Is it like turquoise or green and yellow? It confuses me a little bit because then are the Foxbury colours not like yellow, orange and red? Or yellow and red? They both have yellow in them, right? Seems a little bit weird that both Anyway, I'm getting totally off topic here. So, yeah, I tried bringing those colours through there because I didn't really bring any of the UBrite colours into the hallway, but I felt like I probably should in like the more communal areas, like the kitchen area. Oh, not the kitchen area, sorry, I think I left that pretty basic. But the dining room and the living room particularly, and like the little outdoor area, I tried to pull the UBrite colours through there as well. Not too much that it was completely like painfully obvious, like this is a UBrite facility. But I feel like that part would be furnished by the university, and like the house is like rented out to students or something, or to the like the more wealthy students. And then like the upstairs is obviously like sort of furnished a bit more by the students themselves. Like they bring their own bedding, they bring their own laptops, whatever. I don't really know. But I thought the parts that are furnished by the university should at least somewhat be in the university colours. I didn't want to make it like too garish, but I feel like this couch is just like enough of the UBrite kind of colour. I do love the fact that the later packs are using like a lot of the colours that are in like themes throughout, like the universities, like they both have those distinctive colours, and I find that most of the packs being released now have those kind of colours in them, or like at least available. Things like that. I feel like a lot of it is kind of just a bit more cohesive than it was in the beginning, because in the base game we got like so many like floral the floral bedding in the base game. Literally every single bed. I'm pretty certain that every single bed. I don't know, I'm gonna have to check. But I'm almost certain that every single bed in the base game has at least one floral swatch. Except maybe that weird modern one that has like a nice black. It would look like nice and plain and black, but it has like weird blue lines on it. You know the one I mean. Anyways. Yeah. So, what else is there to say about this living room while we're still there? Not a lot, really. I guess these guys like plants because I ended up just shoving a load in. It looks nice, whatever. I like my plants. I put like a little ledge up behind the couch. I'm not really sure why I did that. I guess it looks kind of cute. It's not something I've ever seen like in a house in real life, but it's The Sims. We can just play around with it. I think that table's from Eco Lifestyle, Eco Live. I forget the names of the packs, to be honest with you. Those little canvases that I just put down there, I watched this when I was going over it a few more times. I was like, why didn't I put them like painted? Why did I not put painted ones there? Probably just because I'm an idiot, but at the same time, maybe we can think like they keep their like finished artwork in one corner and then like some spare canvases in the other corner. I actually don't have anywhere else for them to keep their art supplies. So, despite them having like a whole studio and everything, so yeah, living room it is. There are some pieces of decor in here which I just tried to use and decided that they wouldn't look good anywhere, so I ended up like just not including them. But yeah, I felt like the living room would be slightly more eclectic. Like, it's modern, but also kind of like personalized. It's comfy. You know, it's comfy. Again, that rug, I'm not sure what I think of it. Looking back on it now, I'm like, why did I include this? It's a cute rug, right? This rug, I like it. It comes in good colours. And it's pretty funky and pretty versatile. And it's a decent size. And like when you resize it, like it resizes in a decent way. But it's got llamas on it. And I don't know about you. I mean, I love the little llama like decor thing that came with Dream Home Decorator. But I feel like the consistent use of llamas through this in the decor makes it feel a little bit childish. I would have preferred like just swirls and everything. But I mean, one rug doesn't hurt that bad. The kitchen, I tried various counters. I originally tried like the modern quotation marks style base game counters. The ones which come in like a million different colours and look like they're straight out of like the 70s or something stupid. I tried using those in like the UBrite kind of teal green kind of colour, and it just didn't look right. It didn't look industrial enough. It looked, yeah, like way too 70s. But I think I am going to be using those in a build kind of soon. I saw, actually, there was very recently, I mean, if you're watching this at a later date, it will be gone. But on Instagram, there was a shell challenge by Bunsimi, her September shell challenge, and it was basically you have to use the base game only, and your least favourite pack. And I was like, okay, yeah, I might do the shell challenge. I might film it as well. I might put it up. If not, and I do it, it'll be on my do. do. If I do it, it will be on my Instagram. But yeah, I might actually just film it as a shell challenge, as a speed build, because why not? Why not? I think it'd be kind of cute. Yeah, so I thought it would be kind of fun. And I know most people, the thing is, when I was talking to my friend about it, I was like, I think I might use the movie night pack. She was like, oh, like, what's it called? My first pet stuff all the way. Because she never uses that one. And to be fair, I have to kind of disagree, because I think the furniture from that one, yeah, hideous, horrible, hate it. Why would you make that bedside table? Under what circumstances will we ever use that bedside table? But actually, I think looking back at it now, I do use like a lot of the things that are made for the pets. It's very easy to just be like, oh, we'll just put a hedgehog in the corner, or like this cute little dish, or this cute little bed. I think, you know, it's a pretty easy one to build with. But I think using a pack which you struggle to build with purely because the items in it, like the build and buy items in it, are so bad. Not just because like there's no situation in which you would use them, but just because they're ugly. Personally, for me, it would be the movie night pack. That's the one with like all the weird quirky colours and like that really ugly like wicker sofa that comes in like a purple swatch. Something ridiculous like that. Anyways, so I did consider doing it with that pack, and so if I do, we will see. I have like some ideas for it and how I want the outside to look, and then I realized it's a shell challenge, and going back and looking at that shell, I'm like, maybe not. Maybe that's not gonna happen. But we'll wait and see what happens. Yeah, but apart from that, I don't really have anything else to build. Well, I have a lot of other things to build, but I think that's going to be my next, if not my next, like my almost next thing to create. I'm gonna just kind of do like some random Sims with that, like not ones that would live there per se. Oh, actually, maybe I could do some that would live there. Like a little weird, quirky family, like a little artsy-fartsy kind of. Hey, that would be quite cool. I'm not sure if in that pack it comes with beds or anything. Just hold your horses for a second. I'm just gonna click clack and search it, because Sims 4 movie night. I want to see what stuff. Oh, it's movie hangout stuff. My bad. I've been completely talking about it wrong. We were talking, yeah, me and my friend were talking about that pack yesterday. And in fairness, like, there is a lot of things that I do use from the movie hangout stuff pack. I'm just going to keep saying movie hangout stuff because I got the name wrong. Like the large TVs, they're amazing. I do love them. The large TVs and the little hanging lights, I like those. The curtains aren't too bad. The hanging lights, I like to use in like my Moroccan builds. I find like they look pretty cool with that. The artwork as well, I've used... No, actually looking at it now, there's quite a bit of stuff I use. Yeah, no, actually no, maybe not, because I never use it all together. There's like one nice painting in there, and that's like the white and creamy coloured one. Everything else, the colours are just so bright. So bad. But yeah, those paintings, I actually used one of the paintings from this pack in the art studio of this build. So yeah, because I kind of had it where... I'm going off on another tangent here. I'll come back to talking about the movie soft pack, but let me just talk about this first, because the speed build is like the first and foremost most important thing about this video. So as I'm trying to say, I kind of split the room into two and had them... Well, you'll see when we get there. But I have it so that Nicholas can do his work on one side of the room and Callum can do his work on the other side of the room. And I kind of made it so that like Nicholas was doing like more modern art, more like abstract kind of stuff, and Callum was doing like I want to say like Renaissance paintings, but that's probably not the technical term. But like kind of old-fashioned stuff. Yeah, like oil paintings and that. Anyways, so as I'm saying, movie hangout stuff pack. Yeah. That one particular side table I never ever use. That one with like the... It folds down, right? I always thought it was like a cloth hanging over the top. But then I look at it again and I'm like, does it just like fold down and fold up? Beats me, honestly. In this kitchen as well, I do use an item from the movie Hangout Stuff Pack, and that is the little teapot in the box. Is it a teapot or is it just like a plant? I don't really know. The poof as well, which comes in like various colours. It has like a white swatch. Yeah, I use that. And that large plant I kind of sometimes use, but not very often, because it just kind of looks to me a bit like... it looks a bit too big. It looks a bit too like spread out. Is it like a banana? I want to say it's like a banana leaf plant. I could just be totally making that up. But yeah, the big TVs I quite like. The tree is also pretty cool. The popcorn maker, I like it, but I don't use it. The little hanging plants, use them to death. But everything else, I didn't even realise that this pack came with a rug. And the chairs, I don't think I've ever used the chairs or sofas in my life. So that's going to be an interesting one. Yeah, I just feel like it's one of those stuff packs that people neither love it, but they don't quite hate it either. Also, can I just say that as a stuff pack, this has like the same amount of stuff in it as you would get in like a kit. Maybe not this one, but some of the early ones. And people still shit on kits. They're like, oh, they're really rubbish, they're not worth the money. Like, we were literally paying double the price in the early days of the stuff packs for literally like just a couple more items. You really didn't get that much. In some of the earlier ones, was it like luxury party stuff that was the first one? That's just a guess, by the way. Should we see if we can find anywhere? I'm not sure. Oh, Outdoor Retreat was the first thing ever released, right? Was the game pack the first thing released, or... Oh, actually, maybe I'm just looking at the wrong thing. Because this doesn't have the stuff packs on it. Yeah, never mind. Anyways. This little corner here I kind of struggled on. Just going back to it, I could not find a plant to fit in that corner. Purely because I put the door in what I now deem to be the completely wrong place. It is like half a tile too far to the right or whatever, but we had to make space for the bin. I ended up just putting this plant in from Journey 2x2 because I thought it was kind of cool. I love the plants from that pack. Just a little sippy sip of water. I do love the plants from that pack. I feel like everybody hates it. And I'm like, dude, the build and buy actually is pretty neat. Like, I've never been to the world. I've never played in the world. I wish we could build in the world because I'm more a builder than anything else. If I do gameplay, it's literally the most boring, basic white girl living in an apartment in San Myshuno. That's it. No, actually, to be fair, I think I've played some other things. I played one... I started like a legacy on my old laptop. It's still on my old laptop. We did not get past like the first generation. I made them as a family. I know that's not how legacies work, but that's how I did it. So I made this little family. There was like a Hispanic dad, a black dad that was a mermaid. They were so quirky. Quirky. A gay black dude that's also a mermaid. I mean, you don't see many of them in real life. Gay black dudes, yeah, you see a few of them, but not mermaid ones. Anyways, they had 2 kids, like an adopted brother and sister, like they'd adopted them both. They were pretty cute. I literally played... the son was a child, and the girl was a toddler. The daughter was a toddler when I made them. And then when I was playing it, I remember she aged up to a child, which was cute, and he aged up to a teenager, and then I stopped playing because I got a new laptop. so that I could buy more Sims packs. Literally, I bought a gaming laptop purely for Sims. And people like PC is so much cheaper than buying a gaming laptop. Yep, you're quite correct, but I'm kind of between countries. That sounds weird. At the moment, I'm in South Korea. I'm not from there. I don't live here. I'm just kind of here. Yeah, I'm here until like the beginning of next month. I have like slightly less than a month left. But I came for a total of 3 months because that's all that I could stay without having a visa, 90 days. So I'm staying for 86, I believe. Yeah, apart from that, I live in the UK, so it's quite a way to travel. Definitely not the kind of place that I can be taking my, an entire PC desktop thing with me. That would be uncomfy. So yeah, I can't just like carry it around. I carry my laptop instead. It's still pretty big and bulky and heavy, and the charger is as well, and that's kind of expected of a gaming laptop. But at the same time, I wouldn't have it any other way because I have been playing so much Sims whilst I've been here. And before you're like, wait, why were you not like exploring the country and having a nice time? Literally, like, first of all, COVID. Second of all, I've lived here before, so it's not like that new to me. Like, there's nothing really that I need to explore and have fun doing. Like, I just kind of chill, go to pretty cafes, chill a bit more. Like, I can just go sit in a pretty cafe and play Sims, and that makes my life very, very happy here. Unfortunately, the next time that I come back, I will have a job. I will be working. Whether that's fortunate or unfortunate, I'm not entirely sure. At the moment, all things considered, unfortunate, because I don't want to work. I just want to sit at home and play Sims. But, in the long run, and like from a financial standpoint, definitely very fortunate. We'll have a much nicer house than where I'm currently staying. I'm currently staying with my boyfriend, and he has literally just started working. So, yeah, like on his salary alone, we can't really afford to stay somewhere amazing. We're literally in the middle of the city in the most expensive area, so we are living in a very tiny studio apartment. It's nice, don't get me wrong. It's nice, it's clean, it's quite pretty, but it's not, it's not the place I would choose to live if I was working here myself. And it won't be. We're going to move. So there's that. Yeah, so this part here, I'm working on the art studio. This is the part where I was like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What do I do? These little hexagon, what are they called? Shelves? Yeah, they're called shelves. I'm sorry. I'm kind of tired. It might be 5 o'clock in the afternoon when I'm filming this, but trust me, I am woofed. I don't know what that means, but I am woofed. That is me. That is what I am. Yeah, so for this little art room, I decided kind of just like to split it almost entirely down the middle. I didn't really know what I was doing with it, to be fair. And I don't like at all what I did with the little hexagons on the walls. I feel like they're way too modern and not industrial enough. They just don't fit in with what I was going for, but I kept them there for some weird reason. Looking back on it now, I'm like, why did you do that? I hate it. But I have no say in the matter now because it's done. What's done is done. And there is no other way around it, other than to sit here and watch what I created come to life and suffer through that. Neither of them are photographers, but I decided to stick a little camera in there just in case, maybe they needed to take some pictures for one of their projects for university. I don't really know. Yeah, I tried to add decor which was kind of suitable to them and their kind of working environment. I'm so sorry, I just hit the microphone. To them and their working environment, sort of split it half and half, straight down the middle. I was like, we're going to have Callan working on one side, and we're going to have Nicholas working on the other side. And his side is going to be like all old-fashioned, oldie-worldy artwork. You'll see in a minute. I mean, I even put him some like little knitting stuff out on the poof. Is it a poof or is it a table? I think that one's a table, isn't it? Why we got a knitted table, I don't really know, because that looks comfy. It looks like something you'd sit on. But, it's not, it's a table, so there's that. Yeah, I just found like these weird things from Journey to Batuu, and I end up like shoving that in there, realizing that it was way too big and substituting it out for something else. I have issues with decor, man. I can't always make it look nice. Like, unless it's like a clean, modern, eco-looking build. Yeah, the decor is not up my alley. I'm really trying to work on what kind of builds I make. Otherwise, they always end up looking the same. Like, back when I played Sims 3, I remember this very vividly. I enjoyed building, but I was never like an avid builder like I am now. I enjoy creating like so many different things, but I would literally, like, when I played the game, I would go on, like, I would make the sim, I would go create a house, and the house would be a ginormous, huge, modern thing, just way too big. Like, I was only young, to be fair, but it was huge, it was modern, it was a look. And it was base game only, so there's that. Because I never played with any expansions. I always used to think, like, when I played The Sims, I was like, it was one of them games where I was like, why would you buy the expansions? Why? You know, the game does what it does, and what do the expansions actually add? Turns out they add an awful lot. Emily, you were an idiot. And now that you play Sims 4 with literally every single expansion available, and you've spent literally your life savings on it, you have literally no room to talk because, well, I mean, you live and you learn, don't you? Yeah, I realised, not at this point, but whilst I was working on this room, that the paintings and the pictures, I didn't have enough room for them because of these shelves. This whole shelving situation is a no-go. It should not have happened. Please just ignore the fact that it's there, because the more that I'm looking at this and the more I'm talking about it, the more I'm hating it. So maybe we should just swiftly change the subject. Maybe not. Yeah. What else? You can kind of see how I brought it through to kind of have like the half and half split, like kind of traditional paintings on one side and then like more like artsy fartsy. What are they called? There's a word for it. Abstract paintings on the other side. I'm sorry, I should not be talking whilst my brain isn't working. I just shouldn't. I'm also kind of concerned that my microphone might be picking up the whirring of my laptop, because it is loud, dude. It is loud. But if I put the microphone where I had it last time, like, you could only hear my breathing. So yeah, it's a bit shit. I might have to put some music in the background so it doesn't make your ears bleed, but we'll see. If it's bearable, maybe not. If it's not bearable, even if it is, nah, I don't know. I'm undecided. We'll see what happens when I finish recording. Also, I record completely in one take because I just find it to be way easier than stopping and starting and stopping and starting, because for an hour-long video like this, it would take literally forever. Yeah. Also, I used to stream. That was pretty fun. But I ended up stopping because there were just not too many issues with it, but I just didn't have enough, like, I want to say solo time, because I did live with my family. I do live with my family. I still live with them. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of pouring myself some water. Let me have a little sippy sip and then I'll finish my sentence. Hold on. Let me just sippy sip. Yeah, so I live with my family in the UK, and when I'm in Korea, I'm living with my boyfriend. I don't have any kind of like solo time just to be straight up streaming. I have all day while he's at work, to be fair. And I do have my own room at home, so I don't have that much of an excuse. But I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like until I start working, I cannot set myself a schedule to stream. Also, I had no idea how to work Discord, so I couldn't set myself up a server, and I was just like, you know what? No. Not only that, but I stream from my laptop. So the main issue with that is the fact that I'm using my laptop's camera. Which is fine, don't get me wrong, it's fine temporarily, but I think eventually, once I'm moved somewhere and I'm settled, I'm going to get like a setup of like a desktop with a camera and things like that, just so that I can stream a bit better, you know? I mean, for now, that's just what I'm thinking. It might not end up being like that at all. That might not be what happens, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if you noticed on the other side of this room, I'm not currently showing you it, but I wanted to bring their like little homosexuality through in some way without putting the picture of like you know, the flag. Everybody puts that in there. Like, my sim is gay, I will put the gay flag. But not every single gay person... Does every single gay person own a gay flag? They probably do. I was going to say not every single gay person owns a gay flag. But in hindsight, I think that's an incorrect statement to be making. I think every gay person owns a gay flag. Let's be real. Let's be real. But yeah, maybe he just doesn't have it at university. But no, they would have it at university with them. Do you know what? Screw it. It's in the cupboard. They both keep it in the cupboard. Yep, that's what I'm saying here. That's not the point that I was trying to make at all. The point I was trying to make is that I subtly brought it in by putting one of the artworks. The artworks on the walls, I'm going to just pretend that that's their coursework. That's something that they made. And there is like a little painting, which I think we got it in like a recent base game update. This like old, like not like an old-fashioned painting, but like an oil painting. I really don't know what style of painting it is, but it's like an oil painting of these couples, and you get like a hetero couple, and then like a lesbian couple, and then a gay couple, all in like these little paintings. And I just thought it would be super cute if I put the gay one on his wall, just to be like, yep, he's painted this cute little gay couple, because he himself is gay. Is that more like fan art, or is it just like a cute... I don't know. Do gay artists do things like that? Do they paint other gay people? Probably. I don't know. I'm not that kind of gay. Yeah, so I kind of finished up the studio. Oh, the paintings which I used in this studio, I'm not sure if I've already put them in at this point in the video. I kind of want to like drag my screen across as if I'm playing Sims and check, but I can't. Yeah, so the paintings which I put on the easels, I wanted to just quickly let you know that I did include somewhere. Oh yes, here we go. The art was created on the gallery by Sunny Crackit and Lana 190110. So Sunny spelled SUNNY CRACKIT and LANA 190110 on the gallery. If you wanted to look up either of those, if you like the artwork that was on the easels, I wanted something to make it look like The Sims had done it without making my Sims stand there and paint. But yeah, so I chose those. I chose like a modern one and just like a nice little scene. Just nice little scene for the other ones. Sorry, for the other side of the room. And then I started working on this little area outdoors. I put like a little bar, some seats, just in case they want to have their mates over, entertain a little bit, have like a little drinky poo outside. I feel like that's something they would do. I feel like, right, I'm talking about these Sims like they're my mates. Again, that's what I said in the last one. I was like, I just feel like they're my friends at this point. But I do feel like Nicholas is going to be... I did put Cullen as the outgoing one. Actually, I did put him as like outgoing and good, and I put Nicholas as the loner. But I feel like that's kind of the other way. I feel like to everybody else, like Nicholas is going to look like this outgoing guy, but I feel like he's not going to have many close friends, you know? I feel like he's somebody who values his privacy and wants to keep himself to himself. And Callan I put as outgoing, whereas he looks like he's quite alone. That sounds really bad, but I feel like he's the kind of person who doesn't really have much of a barrier. Like, if somebody's like upset or something, if you're like walking down the street and you see somebody crying, a lot of people would think like, oh, that's not really my business. He's the type of person to go up to them and be like, oh my god, are you okay? Can I buy you a drink? You know, not in like a romantic way, just like, girl, let's talk, you know, that kind of thing. Anyways, whatever. But I do kind of feel like Nicholas would bring around like all these people like from university that he's met and be like, let's have a party, start the party, and then like bugger off to his own room just to like sit and read a book or something. I feel like that would be pretty cool. Also, if you can hear any noise in the background, I'm really sorry. That is my boyfriend. He is at home right now because he had his vaccination yesterday. So he's not at work today because he wanted to make sure that he was feeling well enough before he committed to going back in. So I'm going to finish up recording this and then I'm going to get ready and then we're going to a cafe. Even though it's 5 p.m, you know. See, that's something that I do love about being in Korea. I don't... Like, in the UK, cafes close at like 3 p.m. And I'm like, why do your cafes not stay open all day like they do in South Korea? And like they do in The Sims. In The Sims, I'm pretty certain you can go to a cafe at whatever time your heart desires. They're like bars and clubs. You can go clubbing at 2 p.m. in The Sims if you so wish. Sure, there's probably not that many people there, but you can if you want to. That is something that kind of irks me about The Sims, right? If you play it without mods, the clubs are always dead. And I'm like, this is a giant nightclub that I have built. It should be absolutely packed. Because generally speaking, nightclubs are. So, yeah, I resort to building smaller nightclubs so they look a bit busier. And it works. I do have a few, like... Well, I say a few. I have one. I have one tiny nightclub. I built it for, like, a Twitch streamer called Natalily. She did, a challenge about, like, fireworks. She said, any build you like with this shell. It was a shell challenge. Any build you like with this shell, but it has to be themed around fireworks. And a lot of people did houses, and I decided to do a nightclub and put it on the beach in Solani. And it ended up looking pretty cool, if I do say so myself. I put it, like, on stilts so that you can, like, move it. It can be put in, like, a different place. Almost like a traveling nightclub, like a... Yeah, anyways, I just thought it was, like, pretty groovy, so I did that. Yeah. Yeah. This part of the build, we moved on to the upstairs. Like I said, I wanted to have it kind of open plan, but I ended up not having it that open plan. I ended up just kind of like sectioning. The thing is, I didn't want to make separate rooms. I wanted a way to make it open and pretty and not have to put the rooms separate, because I feel like in an industrial kind of building like this, it might have been like, I don't know, changed from like some old building. But I feel like to keep it integral to what it actually used to be and like the original layout and everything, I kind of didn't want to put like loads of walls and doors in and close it all off. I want to keep it like light and open and airy and have that kind of feel to it. So I kind of closed off the bed areas by just putting like little walls and a platform to sort of split off the sleeping quarters from the area in which they're just going to kind of chill and do their work, and have like, I put like another little sofa area down there, and I put in like a little some desks and just a few more pieces of decorations and stuff, just to make it so that if they didn't want to sit downstairs and watch TV and they wanted to sit upstairs and read a book, or like look at some of their artwork or do some sketches, then they could sit upstairs and do that. I just kind of like split the living areas, should I say, because it's a big fancy house. And honestly, like when you're placing these people into the house, you have to put them with free real estate on, because they just wouldn't be able to afford it otherwise. They just cannot. Just having another little sippy sip. I don't know how I'm managing to talk for literally an hour straight. My throat is in so much pain because like in Korea, you have to wear a mask no matter where you go. If you go into a restaurant, you have to wear a mask until your food arrives. I don't know how about like in your countries or anything, but in mine, in the UK, you can go into the restaurant, sit down, take your mask off, and you're fine. But here, like even in a cafe, if you're sat down working, you have to wear a mask. And I've been out a lot these past few days. I went out with my friend on Saturday. We went to an exhibition. We went to a dog cafe. We went out for brunch. So I have been wearing a mask a lot. And then the day after that, actually, did I go out on Sunday? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we went to an aquarium cafe on Sunday. Me and my boyfriend, we went and looked at some fishies because I love the fishies. And then we went shopping a little bit. And then yesterday we went to a cafe, and then today we're going to another cafe, and my throat is killing me. I'm the kind of person who needs to leave the house every single day for her mental health. And, you know, COVID and the mask situation is just saying no, to be fair. It's just like, no, don't do it. Even, you can't even go to a park here and walk around without your mask on. In the UK, you can. You can walk around, not have to wear a mask. So maybe that's kind of why I feel safer here. I mean, when I was in the UK, they changed the rules whilst I've been away. So I haven't been here, like, while they just scrapped masks altogether. Like on public transport and everything. Oh, God. I am dreading that when I go back because I'm not vaccinated yet. I'm getting vaccinated as soon as I go back. As soon as. Literally, the day I land, I'm going to be like, right, stab me, bitches. Obviously, I'm not, because I need to quarantine for a couple of days. And then, like, go on, like, the test release scheme. So I'm going to do that. But, yeah, let's see. Let's see. So, yeah, my throat is absolutely killing me. I built them like a little open wardrobe over here. I thought that was pretty cute. Didn't really know what to do with it, but thought it was pretty fly. I do love my walk-in wardrobes. I have a build, not a build, I want to say a studio apartment, but it's not. Well, it's just like a big bedroom. A big bedroom coming up as my next, not my next build, like a room build. So like a shorter speed build because it's just a room. I'm not sure if I'm going to end up making like my rooms, because what I do, right, is I like to do a full build and make some sims for the full build. And I like to make a room and make a sim with CC for the room. So that's how I'm going to be setting out my my Instagram and my YouTube from now on. I'm going to be doing a build, some sims, or a sim using like CC free completely, and then a room, and then sims with CC. They're not always necessarily going to match up, like the build and the sims aren't necessarily going to match up, but I will at least try and get it, like, okay, I'm talking before I think here, so let me just rephrase. What I'm trying to say is my build might be something like a community lot, and it might not necessarily match with the sims that I create, but I will have it so that they can be photographed or at least displayed in that build, if that makes sense. So like one of my rooms, just as an example, might be like a medieval style kind of bedroom, and then we might have like a cute tomboy kind of staying in there. But for that, I would make sure that the tomboy isn't just like totally tomboy. I would make sure that she kind of like a little bit gothic at the same time, you know? A little bit gothic, a little bit like, oh my god, I love watching Merlin. That kind of tomboy. Essentially, I would make my sister. My sister's not a tomboy, but she did used to have short hair. So, yeah. And my sister likes Merlin. This is a really bad description of my sister. I promise you she is a way more rounded human being than just a girl with short hair who enjoys watching Merlin. Because if somebody described that to me, I would be like, yeah, I guess it's similar to my sister, but it's not her. My sister is not like that. She's a bit of an anime nerd. And she wants to wear, like, pastel clothes all the time. That's my sister. At the moment, I don't know. She used to wear, like, e-girl clothes, and she wants to have, like, an e-girl bedroom. And I'm like, pick an aesthetic, love. Pick an aesthetic. Mind you, I'm one to talk. I have zero aesthetic. Also, can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the fridge. It's gurgling. It's horrible. It's a horrible noise. Yeah, for the bathroom here, I decided to have like a little walk-in shower. I do enjoy making my own showers. The ones in-game, I almost never use now. I almost exclusively use this shower because it's just way nicer. So unless I'm having like a bath shower, yeah, that. Yeah, I just feel like you can make them look way more modern, way more clean, way more neat, way more nice if you just build them yourself. So, yeah, essentially, screw everything that the Sims team has made for bathrooms. I hate it, basically. I'm just kidding now. A lot of the bathroom stuff, as you can see, I did try and see if I could use the UBrite colors in the bathroom. It did not work. I then also tried to see if I could just bring the yellow through in like the eco lifestyle. What is that pack even called? I don't know. I'm gonna have to Google it. Hold on. Let me just click, clack. Eco lifestyle. Yeah. I did try and use the eco lifestyle items for the bathroom, like the bath and the toilet, and established that they just didn't look right because I don't know about you, but that toilet looks so uncomfy. I would not want to have to sit on that to take a shit. I'm going to be real with you. That looks like you would get the worst butt ache. Literally ever. Yeah, that is all. That is all. I'm not going to talk much about like getting butt ache and taking shits. That's not what this channel is for. The little living wall I also love. I love that. Thoroughly enjoyed the little living wall that I put. I never do anything like that. For some reason, I just kind of was feeling it. I was like, you know what? We're going to give them a wall around this bath made entirely of leaves. And it actually looks pretty decent. It does. It really does. Truly. Yeah, and then for the little, like, sitting office space up here, I just kind of went crazy with the colours. I didn't really think too much about what was going, because at the end of the day, they are art students, and I wanted something that kind of encapsulated, like, the artistic kind of vibe, because I feel like, yeah, everything's been nice and modern, but at this point, I wanted to just bring, like, a little bit of colour in and make it kind of cute and quirky. So I put these curtains in. I do feel like the curtains could have been a little bit of a miss. I feel like maybe I should not have included the curtains. But at the same time, you know, they're there. So you win some, you lose some, don't you? My throat is really hurting. Just give me a second for another bit of water. Dude, it is so sore. It's getting to the point where I'm like, it is painful to continue speaking. How much more of this video do I even have left? Like, please let it end. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. There's not a huge amount left. We just have to, like, put some decor in the upstairs. The upstairs? This floor. On this floor. We have to put some decor on this floor. What am I even saying? Dude. Yeah. So there's that. And yeah, oh my god, I just fully stopped. I was like just reveling in how blissful it felt to not be talking for a moment. Yeah, maybe an hour-long video is a little bit too much. But at the end of the day, it is quite a big build. It's quite a big build, so I couldn't really cut it down much more. Obviously, you don't have to watch the entire thing. You pick and choose. I'm probably just talking to myself at this point, to be fair. Nobody's still got to be here. But maybe one day when I'm rich and famous and have like a very huge YouTube following, somebody will be here and they will be watching this thinking, what the hell was she talking about? That's what I'm thinking now, to be honest with you. What the hell was I talking about? I tried to kind of follow through, like the way that I'd split the art room downstairs. I kind of tried to split the upstairs and make it look like they each had like their own desk. But I think I kind of failed at that because I didn't bring through like enough of the, oh, this belongs to him and this belongs to him kind of thing. But I mean, I kind of left it open to interpretation a little bit. This part here, I was just checking like which colour of the, what are they called? What are they, like a divider? Which colour divider I preferred? Yeah, I went for the grey one. I don't really know why. I just thought it looked cool. Usually I would go for the black or the brown, but I want to keep it kind of cool and quirky and something that I don't usually create. Yeah, I want to expand my, I want to say repertoire. Is that even a word? I want to expand my catalogue of things that I'm able to do. Because for at the moment, I'm okay at gothic builds. That's something to know, actually. I never build them, but they're pretty easy. So, yeah, gothic builds, pretty cool. I don't like old-fashioned kind of builds. Moroccan builds, I'm getting better at. Industrial builds, well, this was literally my first attempt. Was it? No, I've done an industrial build. Well, I've done half an industrial build before. I didn't finish it. It's not up on the gallery. But it was pretty cute. Oh, that being said, maybe there was one which I finished. Maybe there was. Maybe I'm thinking back on it now and I'm thinking, was that one industrial too? Perhaps. However, it was before the industrial kit came out. That being said, I've barely used it in here. I have barely used it, so yeah. You don't need the industrial loft kit to make an industrial loft. Let me just throw that out there. Or an industrial build of any kind, because this is not a loft. I feel like I kind of want to build a loft now that I'm talking about it. I'm not going to. I'm not going to build a loft for quite some time. But all things considered, yeah. I'm building this. I'm building a nice little... I wanted to call it a frat house, like an industrial frat house. There is literally 2 guys living here, and they're gay. It's not exactly like a fraternity, is it? I don't know. I'm British. We don't have the word frat. Frat. We don't use those. We don't have like frats and sororities. Or fraternities and sororities. Yeah, we don't have those in the UK. We literally, like, when I was at university, I was in, I want to say co-ed housing. Yeah, we were in shared housing. So I was literally living with like 4 dudes and one other girl at some point. There was that. Yeah. It was groovy. My first year in university, I shared with 2 guys and 3 other girls. But I ended up not being friends with the other girls, but they all ended up being friends with each other. I am definitely a loner sim. Personally. Yeah, it got a little bit awkward at one point because they threw parties almost all the time. But I had drinks with my friends one evening and I left the kitchen a bit of a mess because we went out, which is what they usually do, and it was totally fine and everything. Going off on a tangent here and telling you a story, but we live. Anyways, so they were just having like and they were like, Emily, can you clean the kitchen? I was like really badly hungover. And then the day after, they were like, can you clean the kitchen? I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. Anyways, I ended up doing it. And my anxiety was really bad as well. So I ended up doing it quite late because I was at the point where I just didn't want to leave my room. Like, I was too anxious to even go in the kitchen. But yeah, eventually, like, I did it and everything. I thought everything was fine. And then I came home from the library at, like, literally 3 a.m. one night. And I was walking down the corridor to go to my room. And the girl that lived in the room opposite me, I heard her bitching about me on the phone to whoever she was talking to. So that was fun. That was really fun. To come home at 3 o'clock in the morning and literally hear somebody that you live with bitching about you. I was like, if my anxiety about going in that kitchen is not already bad enough, I never want to see this girl ever again in my life. And I live with her, so I barely ever left after that. Second year was slightly better because, yeah, we didn't live with that many people. And I lived with two of my friends from high school, two guys that I went to high school with. So that was a bit comfier. My personal life at university was just very, very bad. I was going to say I think it would be better if there was, like, fraternities and sororities, but I would not be in one. So it would be just as shit. Just as shit. Because hazing. Why do you have hazing? Can I ask you Americans why you have hazing? I mean, I'm pretty certain we do in the UK at some universities, like the posh ones, like Cambridge and that. I don't know, actually. My friend went to Cambridge. Maybe I should ask him. Did you have, like, fraternities? And did you have hazing? Maybe not. I don't want to hear about it. I know for a fact that David Cameron had some kind of hazing ritual from a posh hoity-toity university like that, in which they made him do things to a pig. And that is where we're going to leave that conversation, because I don't want to know anymore. I don't want to know. That being said, was that story really even true? Was it really even true? Because I swear I've seen a film which has a very similar point in it, where they film some guy who was like, I think they drug him and then, like, get him to film a video with a pic. Anyways, that's not what we're talking about here. Sims, yes, very nice. We made a pond. Yeah. I don't even know what kind of tangent I just went off on there. I apologize for that. I was just trying to say, fraternities I am unfamiliar with, but I am pretty certain they do not consist of two people. Hence, this is not like a fraternity kind of house. You know, it's just a house and two dudes live here. It's a big house. Not the kind of space that two people would usually live in if they were students. I mean, me and my boyfriend aren't even students, and we have one room between the two of us. So maybe this is just in, like, a nice countryside area where this place is kind of cheap, and maybe, like, their families are rich. I feel like... I'm sorry. I'm kind of tired. I feel like they are kind of rich. I feel like that's what's... You know, I feel like that's a main point. Like, when I look at them, I'm like, yeah, these dudes, they could be pretty wealthy. They could be. But hey, who knows? Yeah, so... This video is actually almost finished. We're just going to, like, decorate the rest of the pond. And then add, like, a couple of other bits and pieces. I think I changed the roof a little bit. And add some, like, Discover University decorations to the outside of the building, just so you know it's a university house. Because I feel like I never use those decorations. And then I'm like, but actually, what else would you use them for other than literally decorating the outside of this kind of building? Yeah, so I've actually finished filming, like, the speed builds for the rest of my videos for today, for this week. So like I said, I have the soft pink bedroom with the walk-in wardrobe coming up next. That will be pretty fun. And also this week I have like a cute pink cottage, not cottage, but like a cute pink soft-ish looking sim that I made with CC coming up as well. They're going to be, like, super duper quick ones. And then for the next week, I'm not sure if it will be the shell challenge, which I'm considering doing, or if it's going to be like a little, like another, like, little modern industrial looking home. I haven't made that decision quite just yet, but we will see what happens. We will see what happens. Yeah. We will see what happens. I have a lot of things planned out for things that I'm going to build, things that I'm going to make. None quite as exciting. They're mostly just houses, like, you know, house, a bar, like another 3 houses, then another 3 houses, and another 3 houses, another 4 houses, another house. Just a load of houses. I'm scrolling down my list here. They're all houses. Oh, some apartments. I'm gonna do some studio apartments at one point. That's not for a long while. What else is there? Oh, a restaurant. Yeah, nice. A tiny home. Nice. A bar, a pool. Another bar. Oh, another restaurant. Yeah. So we have quite a lot of things. I also kind of want to build a spa, but I don't have... Yeah, I don't have that on my list. So maybe not a spa. Mostly houses, because I feel like people use residential lots a lot more than they use community lots. At least, I know I do. If ever I'm playing, I use more yeah, it's just the way the game works. Just the way the game works. But I enjoy building both. Almost the same, although I do find community lots a little bit more difficult to build than residential lots. I feel like they're just as easy to furnish and make look nice on the inside, but the outside, I'm always kind of like, what? Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna stop the voiceover here and leave you with these cute little videos of the build itself. I really hope you enjoyed watching, and I will love you and leave you, and I will see you for tomorrow's video, in which I'm probably going to be doing the sim, or maybe the room, maybe the bedroom, or maybe the sim. I'm not entirely sure, but we will see. I will love you and leave you. Thank you very much for watching. If you got to this point in the video, I don't know, but if you did, congratulations, and I will see you all later.